folks. It's Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze, and I've got a stack of comics from a dollar haul. Let's see what's in here. Hey, comic addicts. I had an opportunity to go to a dollar sale. My LCS has a storage facility where he keeps his extra comics, and about maybe 3-4 times a year, he pulls them out and has a dollar sale. So this time he had about, I don't know, there must have been about 30 long boxes to dig through, and he was running it from 3:30 to 8:30. And if you got 100 comics, he threw in a short box. And I guess because prices are going up, it used to be you only had to do 30 or 35 comics and you got a short box. So I didn't get a short box this time. I got about 30 comics. So let's see what I got. The first couple of comics are ones that I have actually been looking for. I've just been waiting to find them for $1. So this one is Khazar the Savage. And it says, Khazar the Savage is dead, long live Shanna the Savage. And this is number 22. And I've been looking for this one. And what's cool about this one is that it's also a wraparound cover. And that was on my list, but these ones, I've just been waiting to find them for $1. I didn't want to pay more. This is Black Hawk number 9. And I love this motorcycle cover. And to me, this looks like a golden age chase scene. What do you think? I've always liked this cover, and I was hoping to find it. I finally did. Here's another one I was just hoping to find. I like the cover. This is Punisher War Journal number 31. And it's got this skiing scene. I think that's a Justco cover. And it's pretty realistic. And it totally reminds me of like a scene from a James Bond movie. This was the big score. This was the big score. I found a very nice copy of Veronica number 19. And this one looks to be going for about $50 to $60 on some places. I don't know if people are paying that, but that's what it's listed for. So that's kind of my big score. But the one that I was most happiest about was this one, Zot number 33. I now have the complete Zot run, and this was the only one I'm missing except for issue 10.5, which is like I think it's like a mini ash can, and it's really hard to find. This was the only one that I was missing, and I got a lot of them from other dollar sales, and these were different boxes than last time. And I've always pulled Zot out of these dollar sales. And it was always issues that I already have. And so I was really thrilled when I found that. So that stack was just ones that I had been looking for. And the rest of these are ones that just caught my eye. This is the Worlds of H.P. Lovecraft, Dagon, D-A-G-O-N. And I just thought that was a really cool cover. Got a lot of fingerprints on it that show up in the light. But this is issue 2 of 2. I was kind of disappointed I didn't find both of them. This one I saw someone show recently, and it's Santa the Barbarian. And so this is a very odd story where basically he goes out, and instead of giving coal to people on the naughty list, he takes them down. Pretty gory. These next two, I really recommend these if you can find these. This is from Pacific Comics, and this is Bernie Wrightson, Master of the Macabre. This is issue number 1. I have found issue 2 in a previous sale from the same place, and I really liked it. The art and the stories and the coloring inside are just really fantastic. And then also I found this one, Twisted Tales number 1. From Pacific Comics, which is very similar as far as like the interiors. So those are really good. He had a bunch of Charlton. It was all of mostly the newer stuff, like the 60-cent Charltons, and there were Westerns, and what was the other stuff? War, but most of the horror supernatural were picked through. I did find this one, this 20-cent Charlton, Fighting Marines number 104. It's beat to hell. I had never seen that before, and I think that is just a really cool cover. It's very patriotic with the flag um, and the GI. I just like the composition of that. So that one stuck out to me. It's pretty beat up, but for $1, I was happy to have that one. I found this issue. This is a sci-fi run, Icarus, that I found issues 1 and 2 last time. This is issue number 3. So I snagged that one. And then here's an issue of Fantastic Four I didn't have, but this is, let's see, $1.25. This is number 369. And this is where Sue Richards becomes Malice. And I was not reading it at that time, so I figured I'd grab that and figure out what that's all about. It has to be the 90s based upon the outfit. And then here's a Thor cover that I really liked. I thought I didn't have it. I do. Now I have 2 copies, but I like that. This got to be, I'm guessing that's Ron Franz, maybe. Not sure. Could be Sinnott, but that's cool. This one I grabbed, they had the whole run of this there. I've never heard of this before, Wordsmith, but see what's right there below it is that train. That's why I grabbed it. I like the style. I paged through it. It doesn't look like it is something interesting that I'd be interested in reading, but I do like the color. I like the cover, the colors of the cover. I like that train. It's really cool. This one is pretty cool. This is RAK Graphics is the name of the company. And this is Dark Lord, the Survivor. I haven't read this yet, but I recognize this because in one of my previous videos, if you've watched, you might have seen I picked up this book in Florida called Thunder Mace. And it's like a Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings type of story. I really like that. I'm trying to hunt that down. But this is by the same guy. And it was advertised in that one. So I recognized this when I saw it. And the other one was really enjoyable. So I figured I'd give this a shot. And it's got a cool pin-up on the back cover. That's called Dark Lord, the Survivor. Stephen Dark Lord, the Survivor. That's issue 1. And then these comics are by Frank Quitely. I haven't read these before. I didn't know about these, but I was watching Comic Tropes, and he was talking about Frank Quitely, and he said this is one of his best stories. So this is All-Star Superman, and I found issue number 1. I do like the art. This is issue number 2. And here's issue number 3. So I think it went maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 issues, something like that. And I couldn't find any of the other ones, but 1, 2, and 3 for $1. That sounds good. This is the one Charlton I did find. This is Ghost Manor number 68. And it's in really good condition. So that he had quite a few of Ghost Manor and Ghostly Tales, you know, the 40 and 60-cent ones. I like the earlier ones because these are all mostly reprints, but this one was in really, really terrific condition. The others were not. So I snagged that one. I did like that cover. And I found an issue of an American Flag, issue number 45. And this is a run that I'm slowly building. I think I have issues 1 to 12, and then maybe 44 or 46, and now this one. So when I find them in the dollar bins, I do grab them. I'm gonna put that run together. Here's an issue of Vietnam Journal number 5 by Don Lomax. And these are, if you like war stories, these Apple Comics war stories about Vietnam are really good. I believe that maybe Don Lomax was a actual reading over there. And these are, firsthand tales of stuff that he was familiar with. I seem to recall that's the case. I didn't review that prior to showing this, but I found that. And then this is really cool. Look at this cover. What do you think? Would that grab your eye? This is Dragon. It's by Comics Interview Publications, and it's book 4 of 4. I was so disappointed that I could not find the other 3 because this really caught my eye. It's nothing that I've seen before, but this is by the same company that does another book that I've read called Micra, which I really like. This is from the 80s, boom of independent comics. And Micra was really good. So when I saw that this was Comics Interview Publication and that cover just really spoke to me, I grabbed that. I wish I could have found the other ones. Haven't read it yet. I paged through it, but apparently this dragon was one of the sole surviving dragons. And he was able to regain knowledge of a power that dragons have, that they can turn it into a human form to hide. And so he's survived through the years, and this tale follows him as he's surviving through the years. Really cool. I'm going to be looking out for that one. This one is another one I hadn't heard about before. John Carpenter's Tales of Science Fiction. And this one is called Surviving Nuclear Attack. And it's got a great atom bomb cover, which I like atom bomb covers. But let me read to you what it says here on the back, because this story sounds really good. I'm going to be looking for this now because this story sounds really good. Unfortunately, there weren't any other issues at the sale. Here's what it says. As the Cold War rose in the 1950s, military hero Captain George Cutter and his family trained to be legacy survivors in the event of an atomic exchange with the Soviet Union. Prepared to wait out the aftermath of nuclear war, they were subjected to numerous simulation scenarios and stresses in hopes of helping salvage something of their family, their country, and humanity from the ashes of a conflict with the Russians that never happened. When a group of lost hunting buddies stumble upon a seemingly abandoned fallout shelter in the present-day Pennsylvania wilderness, they'll uncover secrets best left buried. What was the nature of the secret Arcanite initiative? So that sounds really interesting to me, and it is a great cover. I do think that's a fantastically well done atom bomb cover. I did find one 10-cent comic. It's in decent shape. It's probably about a 2.0, maybe a 2.5 if I'm lucky. It's all attached. It's all there. My Greatest Adventure, number 36. I Battled the Volcano Man. Classic early Silver Age cover. So I was really happy to find that. And then I found this one, Comics Greatest World number 1. This is the first appearance of Barb Wire, and she was in a movie. Pamela Anderson played her.
Don't call me babe.
You're welcome. Something odd from Graphic Express, Equine the Uncivilized. And so this is like a Conan the Barbarian kind of trope. But this barbarian is a horse. So it's kind of like an anthropomorphic animal story. Looks interesting. And then this is a little set that I've been trying to put together. I found issue 2 before, but I grabbed both of them just in case. So here is the Miami Mice comic premiere issue. And it's got a nice scene on the back cover as well. And issue number 2 with this flying robot. And it also has a mice robot on the back as well. Miami Mice. As you know, I was in the Navy, so I get these sad sack Navy Gobs and Gals comics. I get these to, partly because my brother read these when he was a kid. I was reading superhero comics. He was reading Richie Rich and Sad Sack. We were very close, but he passed away. So I get these in kind of memory to him. And then these next ones are Adventures of Superman, number 505. And it's got like fireworks there that when you tilt this in the light, you can see the different fireworks exploding. I like the comics of Superman flying over the Daily Planet, very iconic trope. You've seen this before. I do not pass this up. I really like this cover. I think it's one of the best uses of the 90s gimmicks. And I really like this cover. So whenever I find it for like $1, I always take it. I think I have 3 copies of that now. And then finally, a comic that I've wanted to get, but I just didn't want to pay more than $1 for it. And this is Turek, Dinosaur Hunter #1. And this is just the regular edition. I think there's a gold foil edition. I don't care. It's shiny and reflecty. And I finally found that. I was really happy to find that one as well. And lastly, some more bling comics. I'm a big Jack Kirby fan, and this is the Topps Comics Captain Glory that he did. And the reason I got this, I already have it, but the reason I got this one because it was polybagged and it still has the card in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the last comic, if you've stuck around, is another Top Comics Kirby creation, Night Glider. Same thing, polybagged with the Night Glider card in there. So there were plenty of these in there. Most of them were out of the poly bags, but I grabbed those. So those were all from $1 sale. And it's just an eclectic mix of odd things. But thanks for watching. See you later, comic addicts. Bye-bye.